bow in. Look how gorgeous that looks. I am just in love with them. I just love that sit overnight in the fridge. Exciting and try something new. You guys know if there's anything that has cottage cheese in it, I'm 10 times more willing to try it. So I tried them on and they are so comfy. All the books that I snagged yesterday. Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, my name is Erica. It's so good to have you. And if you are not new, welcome back. I am clearly just rolling out of bed this morning. It is 6:15 and I've got to get myself ready for the day because I have a 3-hour run inside on the track today because we're in peak marathon prep at this point and the long runs are long. So I have 30 kilometers to run today and you know, I'm actually feeling okay. My body's feeling decent. I've got energy. Last week's long run was not great to say the least, but I'm determined to make this week better. So I'm going to take you through my morning routine and take you through some of the run, and then we'll get into the rest of the video. But first things first, I gotta brush my teeth because morning breath, she's not cute. All right, let's go make our morning coffee. You guys know the drill. Every morning it is book time and coffee time before I do anything else. I'm currently reading Saving Six by Chloe Walsh. I'm obsessed. I read the first 2 Boys of Tommen books probably like less than 6 months ago and they were fantastic. I read both of them in like 2 to 3 days, even though they're very thick books, so that says a lot, and I'm loving this one so far. I'm currently 22% in and it's going really well, so cheers to that. Okay, this is my breakfast that I made last night. It is overnight pumpkin pie oats. And I've got some icing to put on top. This is protein icing. So in the oats themselves, I did 1/2 cup of quick oats, some almond milk. I'd say probably 1/3 cup of pumpkin puree, pumpkin pie spice, 1/2 scoop of vanilla protein powder, and then I just left that sit overnight in the fridge. If I didn't say almond milk, I also put almond milk in there. And then my icing is just cream cheese, Greek yogurt, protein powder, and the 0-calorie confectioner's sugar. So that is going to be my pre-run meal for the day. This is so good, you guys. I've been trying different breakfasts out before my long runs. In the last 2 weeks, I've been feeling nauseous within the first like hour of my runs, and I don't know if it's the food, I don't know if it's the heat. So I'm just trying to play around with pre-workout or pre-run meals, and this is delicious. I'm hoping that this sits well because the last couple of races that I ran, I'm pretty sure all of them I've had oats prior to. So I don't know what I was thinking switching it up, I guess just to be exciting and try something new, but maybe sticking with the old reliable is a good thing for a reason. So I'm gonna have this and then we'll get ready for the run. Alright, you guys, I am all dressed. I'm wearing a Lululemon top and bottom. I got my little bubble braids with the bow in just to make me feel a little bit cuter. Oh, I need to put on my garment as well and grab a sweat towel. But I've got my electrolytes. I've got a whole hydro jug full of water. I'm also going to bring 2 other like water options, gels, my music, my audiobook, my podcasts, my headphones, my sanity. I'm bringing it all, but I'm gonna document some of it for you guys. I'm also filming a reel/TikTok, so I don't want to be on my phone the entire time, but I will give you guys some updates as to how I'm feeling. Last week, I did an hour on the track, an hour on the treadmill, and then the rest on the track. I might break it up again today. It is kind of helpful mentally sometimes to break up your runs in that way, if you can, especially going around like an indoor track that's 200 meters. It does get a little bit boring. So I might do that, but I just want to show you guys the outfit and say, well, let's go for this run. Okay guys, I am back from my run now. I ran for 3 hours. I did the first 2.5 on the track. Surprisingly, I thought I was gonna split it up and do like an hour on the track, an hour on the treadmill, but I felt really good. I was in a rhythm. I'm like, I'm not gonna mess with this rhythm that I'm in right now. So I did 2.5 on the track and then 30 minutes on the treadmill to finish it off. I just watched a podcast and honestly, I felt so much better today after having oats, so I'm just gonna stick with that moving forward. And the Zodiac Academy that I was listening to got me through the run. It's really fast-paced, fantasy, romance, drama. So if you're into that kind of thing, I'd recommend downloading the audiobook. I don't know if I mentioned this in this video, but I listened to Zodiac books 1 and 2, maybe even 3, training for my last 2 marathons. So I'm like, I might as well just continue the tradition for now, and I've been loving that. So audiobooks are a life hack in my eyes. I also had 2 older men come up to me separately today and compliment me on my work ethic, which was funny but also very sweet. They were like, girl, how long are you running for? Because this is crazy. I had to explain to them that I'm training for a marathon and I'm not just delusional. I mean, I guess maybe some people would say training for a marathon is delusional in its own way, but anyways, that was really sweet of them. I'm gonna go take a shower because I'm very sweaty, and then we're gonna make our post-workout smoothie as always. Got some carbs in there from the fruit, protein from the protein powder, sodium from the salt that I put in there. It's just overall a great way to get rehydrated post-run. So let's go shower this sweat off and then we'll make our smoothie. Today we are trying a new high protein recipe. You guys know if there's anything that has cottage cheese in it, I'm 10 times more willing to try it. Cottage cheese really is that girl when it comes to high protein recipes. So I found a recipe on Pinterest, which is where I find a lot of my recipe inspo, and it's for high protein cottage cheese quesadillas. So I'm gonna put my little twist on it. You could easily add ground beef or chicken or whatever other meat source you want, or like tofu, I guess, if you wanted to. But I think it's gonna be pretty high protein without because of the swaps I'm making. So let's get into high protein cottage cheese quesadillas. Okay, so I'm starting on my filling mixture. I just put in a quarter cup of non-fat cheese. This is cheddar cheese. Fat-free cheese is way higher protein and low fat, obviously. This is 0 fat compared to traditional cheese, so it's a really great high protein swap. Next up, we're going in with our cottage cheese. And again, we're gonna do a quarter cup to the bowl. We're gonna add our spices, so chili powder, some paprika, some salt. Gonna do some spinach, some purple onion, and then we're gonna mix all of this up. And that is gonna be the filling of our quesadilla. And now we're gonna fill our tortilla with that mixture. And we'll fold it. All right, that's gonna go in there. And we're gonna let that cook for the next couple of minutes. Okay, I think she's ready to be flipped. Oh yeah. All right, here's what we're looking like. She looks gorge. That looks absolutely incredible. This is our finished product, you guys. Look how gorgeous that looks. I cannot wait to try it, and I think it's gonna be a favorite of your guys's too. I made my quesadillas. They look incredible. I'm so excited to dig in. I already took a couple bites because I wanted to film a little intro clip for the reel that I'm making for this recipe. But you guys, I'm not joking when I say these are probably the best quesadillas I've ever had. And that's saying a lot because I've had a lot of quesadillas in my day. I used to make them every day after school. But the fact that these are high protein, very low fat, and just such a good comfort meal for fall and winter. Plus I made some guac and I put some Greek yogurt on the side as like a sour cream for more high protein. I mean, game changer. Wow. Let me know if there's any recipes that you guys want me to try and recreate a higher protein version of, or like a healthier version of, if you have a favorite comfort meal or dessert or sweet treat, because that is my forte. I love finding, you know, more indulgent meals and making them meals that you feel confident and like excited to incorporate into your weekly and daily rotation, knowing that they're gonna keep you on track with your fitness goals. I'm gonna finish this gorgeous, gorgeous plate and I'll get back to you with the book review. All right, sit down, get cozy, because I want to update you guys on some bookish things. I know a lot of you guys are here for fitness content, running, lifting, healthy recipes, and I love all of those things. And I equally love reading. I love books. I love my Kindle. I love physical books. I have a huge bookshelf back there, and I really want to integrate a little bit more of that content into my YouTube and into my content in general, which I do post about books on TikTok from time to time. Not as much on my Instagram, which is something I'm working on. I'm trying to figure out how I can mesh those three things together, like running, recipes, and reading. So if you guys have any suggestions for me or requests for videos or ways that I can integrate those three topics, let a girl know. But just so you are aware, moving forward, I do want to integrate more reading content into my YouTube videos and into my videos in general. So with that being said, stick around if you enjoy reading content. I want to talk to you guys about some of the books that I've finished recently and a little update on the book that I'm currently reading and some thoughts that I have about books in general lately going into fall, because that is my favorite season, and fall to me just feels very cozy read energy, and I'm here for it. With that being said, let's go through the last two books that I read, my thoughts, my hot takes, my ratings, and then I'll share with you guys what I'm reading right now, which I'm really excited about. So I recently finished Beartown by Fredrik Backman. I have never read a Fredrik Backman book, or had never prior to this one, and let me just say, I want to read all of them now. And I had no idea that this was a trilogy, and when I finished it and I found out, I was like, thank God, because that cannot just end the way that it ended. So I'm definitely going to be picking up the second and third book in this trilogy very soon to devour. But overall, I loved this book so much. I just think it touched on a lot of very real, raw, heartbreaking conversations and topics and environments and situations that us as humans go through. And it's not just fluffy, it really speaks on humanity and the patriarchy and political differences, financial differences, and it highlights, if you don't know what this book is about, it highlights a town and various different characters or people, I guess, living in the town and their relationship with hockey. It's a hockey town, so you go through some of the younger players, some of the coaches, some of the people that own stores or, you know, restaurants in the town, mothers, fathers, and kind of how all of their lives intertwine and support hockey in some way and how hockey influences their lives. And it's very interesting. I think there's a lot of wisdom in this book through various characters, old and young, and I just think it was beautiful. Honestly, that's how I would describe it. Very beautiful, but very heart-wrenching at times as well. I think I rated this a 4.5 or a 4.75, so not quite a 5-star, but I did really love it, like I said, and I will be picking up the next few. I also want to read My Friends by Fredrik Backman, and there's another one that I know Sarah Caroli has raved about that I really want to pick up as well. So that was my first Fredrik Backman book, and he gets a big stamp of approval from me. After that, I decided I wanted to read more of like a dark romance type of book, something that was going to put me in the fall mood, and I picked up Grimstone by Sophie Lark. I just gave it to my friend, so I don't have it anymore, but I did have the physical copy. I'll just put a little screenshot of what that book looks like here, and it was definitely a darker romance. It was kind of a mystery as well. It does have some smut in it, I will say. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't my favorite book by any means. I think I'd rate it like a 3.5 stars. It was pretty easy to flip through and had entertaining moments, but for whatever reason, I just don't feel like I was that drawn to or connected to the characters per se, but I really did appreciate that it gave that like eerie, dark, fall, mysterious mood or vibe, if you will, that I was going for leading into autumn, because that's just kind of the mood that I'm in right now. And like I said, I'd give it a 3.5. I think that was my first Sophie Lark book as well, and if you're into dark romance, I think it's a good place to start. It's not like crazy intense with the smut. There's, you know, a decent amount of smut scenes, but it's nothing like insanely triggering in my opinion. I mean, read the trigger warnings yourself, but I wouldn't say that it was too cray in that department, if that makes sense. So Sophie Lark, I enjoyed her. I think she's a good writer, but not my favorite book of all time. And now comes the fun part, because I did start Saving Six, which is part of the Boys of Tommen series. This is book number 3. I read the first and the second book, I want to say maybe less than 6 months ago. I ate them up. They're very long books, I will say. They are kind of like Wattpad-y to a certain extent, I'm not gonna lie, but for whatever reason, I am just in love with them. I love the characters. It follows high school students and just kind of like the evolution of romance, their family dynamics, which are quite tragic a lot of the time with various characters, and friendships and family dynamics. I think I said family dynamics already, but you get the gist. Just life in general and how we evolve as humans, going through tragedy, first loves, school, bullying, sports, finding ourselves, and I think they're just really beautiful representations of life as a whole and what we go through as we kind of become ourselves or come into ourselves. So I'm really excited that I'm on book 3. This one is about Joey and Aoife, I think is how you pronounce it. It's Aoife. Loving it so far, I will say. They're just so like heartwarmingly tragic in their own beautiful way, and I'm really excited to find out what happens between the two of them. I believe that the way that the stories are written is there's 2 books for each couple. So this is the 3rd, and I will read the 4th after, which also involves Joey and Aoife. So far loving it. I think I'm only about 20% in, so not super far, but if you're looking for just one of those books that's gonna pull you in, make you feel like you're right back in high school, falling for your first love, going through drama with bullying and girlfriends and all that kind of stuff, family hardships, this one is going to do that for you. There's also a great like founding family aspect in it as well, and I love it. So that's all I have to say so far for Saving 6, but stay tuned for my updates. I'm also really excited. I think I'm going to go to Barnes tomorrow or on Saturday because I am in the need of a 5-star cozy fall book. I made a TikTok a couple days ago talking about my favorite fall reads from last year, but how none of them were 5 stars. I just have never got a 5-star feeling from like a cozy fall novel. So I got some suggestions from you guys over there, and I also have done my own research. So I'm going to be filming a video, taking you guys along to Barnes, trying to find my next or my first 5-star cozy fall read. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. Make sure you guys follow me on TikTok or Instagram if you want to stay up to date on that search. But I'm putting in the work for you guys, okay? I'm determined to find a cozy fall 5-star read for all of us to obsess over this season, and I'm excited to take that and to make that my job, okay? I believe those are all the book updates that I have for you guys. So thanks for listening. If you guys, like I said, are interested in book content, let me know down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the book stuff, because it lets me know and I can keep curating content that is, you know, in that realm, if that makes sense. And give me suggestions and requests in the comments below as well. And let me know what book you guys are reading right now and what is on your current fall TBR. Okay, I just wanted to quickly show you guys all the books that I snagged yesterday. I got 3 fall books, and then I've been wanting to read One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune, and I discovered that Jessa Hastings has a new book called Time of Your Life. So those are the 5 books that I snagged at Barnes. And I also wanted to show you guys that I got a new pair of running shoes today at Nike. These are the ZoomX Pluses, I think is what they're called. If not, I'll put the actual name on the screen. But I have the Vomeros already. Oh, they're the Vomero Pluses, sorry. I have the Vomeros already, and they're like an orangey color, but I saw these at the store and they looked even more cushiony, which I like. So I tried them on and they are so comfy. So I'm really excited to test these out. I will link them in the description box for you guys if you want to shop them. I think they're new. And I mean, how cute is this colorway as well? So that was my Nike haul. I'm so excited about these. I'll let you guys know in my next video what I think of the Nike Vomero Pluses.